Hello, we would like to thank you for your interest in our Tippmann die cutting presses. I'm going to demonstrate a few little options for you today. We're going to start by cutting leather with a clicker die. We can also use a steel forged die with this. This is a 5.5 ounce leather. It's very thick. It's about almost 1/4 inch thick. I'm going to take a shoe die, a shoe sole die. This is our clicker die that we make in-house. I'm going to set it on top of the material. We put your material on top of the cutting board. You'll slide everything in together. There are dual palm controls on top of the press. These are your operating tools. These are all you'll need. You simply push the button. When you hear the air stop, you know it's full. You can let go. It will come back out. You'll remove your die and your piece that you've cut. Very simple, very easy. This is the way you cut leather products with these types of dies. Now, as far as embossing, you can also emboss with these machines. We have an embossing die here that just has our Tippmann logo in it. And we're going to place the die on top of the material that's on your cutting board. Your cutting board is still going to be the spacer that you need to keep that height. So you'll simply put it on your product, wherever you want to place it. You'll slide it in. The longer you hold that, the deeper your impression will be. Very simple, very quick and easy. Now, as far as cutting dies, cutting material like that, you can cut them with all types of dies. This is a keychain die. Simply put it on like that. You'll slide it in the same way. You'll hear it cut through. You take your material out, and on your keychain, you can simply take your embossing logo, slide it right on there, and you have your logo and your keychain. That's how that system works with leather products. You can cut just about any leather product you'd like. You can also use a steel rule die for some of these operations. The only difference is between these dies and the clicker dies, you'll notice the height is different. This is a 0.937. This is a 1.25 inch die, 1 1/4 inch high, 0.937 inch high. Now, the only difference between using these two dies without doing any adjustments on the machine is to simply switch out the thickness of your cutting board. We have two thicknesses of cutting board that we offer. One is a 1/2 inch for the clicker dies. The other is a 0.813 inch thick board for the steel rule dies. Therefore, you would not have to do any adjustments on the machine if you have both style dies that you want to use. You simply switch out the cutting board. Makes it very simple and easy. Now, these dies are not as durable or as heavy duty, I would say, for these, but they are just as durable. Simply set your material down on top of your board. Now, the acrylic dies you can see through. These are an acrylic. There's normally a wooden based die, such as this one right here. This steel rule die is for CD sleeves. I will demonstrate this here in a moment. We're going to show you the acrylic die. It's nice because you can utilize about every inch of your material that you want to use up. You can place it in any position you want on your material. Simply slide it in. You hear that, you know it's cut through. Simply take and push your material out of your die, and you've got the shape that you've cut, just like that. Both dies work well. The clicker dies have about a 20 to 30 thousandths tolerance. The steel rule dies can get within 5 to 10 thousandths tolerance. The steel rule dies also have ejection foam for thinner products if you don't want to cut thick leather. You can simply install your ejection foam for thinner materials. Such as laminated cardstock. This is a thin laminated cardstock. You'll simply lay it down on top of your cutting board. You can lay your die on top of that material. Slide it in. Simply cut it out that quick and easy. Now, there are two ways to cut with a steel rule die with this machine. You can use it as an acrylic die face down, or you can use it as a regular die with the cutting board mounted to the top. Now, in order to do that, your cutting board must be mounted to the top plate of the machine. Then your die will face up instead of being turned over. And all you have to do is put your material on your die, slide it in, push the button, bring it out, slide it out, and your material will come right out of the die just like that. So there's two ways to do the cutting with a steel rule die. Now, this is thin laminated cardstock. I want to show you. This is a 10 millimeter thick laminated cardstock. It's a lot thicker. And you can also cut the same way with this. Simply slide that in. Slide it back out. And your material will cut just as clean as that. Now, you can also do not just cutting, but you can also do creasing with these dies. Now, this is a CD sleeve die that has creasing blades. These creasing blades are just a little bit lower than the actual cutting blades that you see on the outside edge. They go a little bit deeper than the creasing blades in order to make the creases that you need. Now what you'll do is you'll lay your material on top, just like this. You'll slide that in, slide it back out, and you'll see all of your lines are cut everywhere around. Your creasing lines are already in your product for folding. So all you would have to do now is simply fold it and attach it for your CD sleeve. Simply that easy. Now, another item that you could, we've had a lot of interest in is corrugated material. Now the corrugated material is a little bit different because it's not quite as flexible as the paper products or the laminated cardstock, but it can still be cut the same way. I'll lay the corrugated paper on here. Excuse me, this is a plastic corrugation. And it simply cuts out that quick and easy as well. As you can see, it's not real detrimental to the edges. There may be a few spots that pinch together, but it looks perfect on the outside edge. Now, we're gonna pause this, and I'm gonna do another video with one of our other pieces of equipment. It's called the roller press. Thank you very much.